Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Becoming a Digital Learner. For the week 2 assignment, we're going to be going over Canvas and the global menu on the left here. The global menu is all this stuff in the dark. Some of you may have words written, some of you may just have icons. We can show you how to adjust that. But let's start going through some of the options you have available for your Canvas account. First, let's click on Account, and we're going to go right into Settings and see some of the different settings you have. You can add other email addresses. So you, by default, all have your school email address. You can add other email addresses, and you can add a cell phone if you want to get notifications in other different services. I would also recommend linking below and registering to your Google Drive. You all have Google Drive available for creating assignments, sharing documents, a lot of that stuff we use, especially in our live and Canvas classes and our eDynamic classes. So I would link to your Google Drive, and it really makes it easy to turn things into Canvas. Other things below, you can toggle off some of these switches if there's things in here that look interesting to you. But also, mostly you might want to come to the notifications and just double check what you're getting notified about. So here, notice you have the option to be notified right away, get a daily summary, weekly summary, or do not send me anything. And you can go through all these different types of announcements and flip back and forth how you want to get notified. Notice for my test student account, they're just going to use your email, and I'm going to be notified what looks like a weekly summary on a lot of things. I'm not notified on some things. Announcements, I want to be notified right away if a teacher sends an announcement. So you can toggle some of this. If you're getting a lot of messages and you want to filter it down, come in here and adjust some of your settings. All right. Also in your settings, if you really want to, you can adjust a picture. Click on your picture there, and you can take a picture from your phone or, from your webcam. You can upload a picture you may have in file. But kind of make it a little bit personal. Have a little fun with this in terms of what you want to set for your Canvas icon. All right, so that's the settings, that's the account. You can play around with some stuff in there. Let's go into the dashboard. The dashboard is where you by default log into. You see all your different classes. You see a to-do list of things you need to do. For example, my test student account, I need to take the introduction quiz. I need to do another quiz. I need to turn in my paper pencil problems. There's some assignments, and if I click on any one of these, it'll take me into the actual assignment. So sometimes this is a good way for students to know what they need to do on any given week. If I keep scrolling, there's some more classes, and I can also see what's coming up to do for this week. So I need to attend to this Zoom class. I need to start thinking about doing my week 2 practice. And finally, there's recent feedback. If I have any courses in Canvas and my teachers have graded it and given me feedback, I'll see notifications in here letting me know that feedback is available for me to view, and I can click on it and get right on into it. So be aware of this right column. It'll kind of help you notify or be in contact and engaged with your classes. One thing that's interesting in the dashboard here is you can toggle between a card view or a list view. And a list view just says today, tomorrow, Wednesday. It lists kind of a calendar-wide idea of what you should be doing week by week. So Wednesday, I can see in my algebra class, I need to attend this meeting and I need to do this week 2 practice. Some of you may like this kind of format a little bit better. Some of you may find it too busy and you want to go back to the card view. If I click on the top, let's go back here. So that was list view. Card view is where I see all my classes. I could also go to recent activity and see any announcements, conversations, feedback, things like that on here. All right. One last thing on the dashboard. If you want to see your current grade on all your Canvas or live or eDynamic classes, all the way at the very bottom, it's kind of hard to find, but there's your View Grades button. If I click on it, it'll take me, it'll show me all the classes that I have and what my current grade is. This is a test student, so right now I don't have anything graded. If you have any Edgenuity, Odyssey, or Arcellus classes, you will see no grades in there because you're not graded in Canvas for those. You're only graded for your live classes, eDynamic classes, or any Canvas classes. And you should see grades populating as teachers are grading and giving you feedback on things. All right, so that's a little bit about the dashboard. Let's move on into courses. This is pretty straightforward. It just lists off the courses you're taking. I'm going to go ahead and click on all courses because I want to show you something, especially as students get further on in the term. Sometimes they say, I don't see a course. Any course that you have starred will by default show up on the short menu. So right now I've starred 3 courses, but I haven't starred these 3. Watch what happens now when I click on the dashboard. I'll only see the 3 courses I starred. So sometimes this is helpful if you just want to see certain classes on your dashboard, but not some others. And now if I hit on courses, it only shows the 3 that I have starred there. So if you're starting a new term, or if you think I should have this course, but I don't see it, chances are it may just not be starred. And if you click on all courses, see if it shows up in the all courses list. Notice here's my active courses. But as you get on with us, you may see that you have classes that you've already finished, and you can see the courses you finished. These are the 3 that I had last year. These are the 3 I'm currently working on this year. So that's the courses menu. The calendar menu. So there's a lot of ways to get to the calendar, but this is kind of a nice way, especially for Zoom course meetings that you may have in your live classes. You can see what's coming up and get to those Zoom meetings through your calendar. So for example, I can see right here, Algebra 1A Live Zoom class meeting on September 12th. That's Wednesday. If I click on it, I can click right here to join into my Zoom meeting, and it'll open it right up nicely for me. So it shows events, but it also shows assignments. So I can see on Wednesday this week, I have my week 2 practice coming up for my Algebra 1A class. It hasn't been unlocked yet because I haven't finished the week 1, but I can click on it, or I can at least see what assignments I have coming up and due dates as well. So sometimes a calendar view is more helpful than a list view in terms of staying organized week by week and finishing things up. So it's week 1, participation and guided notes. Let's see. That's crossed out. I'm not totally sure why that one's crossed out. It's kind of interesting. But use your calendar. You can toggle between which calendar you want to view, and you also have a personal calendar. So if you want to take your own notes or your own organization events of what's coming up, maybe you want to plug in that I got homeroom on Monday and I want to make sure I attend it at what time. You can come in, click on it, and say homeroom class, and it say I'm going to attend the 9:30 a.m. one to 10 o'clock p.m. and Mrs. Alderman's homeroom. So you can submit that, and then you got your own little reminder about what's coming up on homeroom. And I can make sure, oh yeah, I got homeroom at 9:30, I make sure I attend that. Okay, the inbox. This one is really important because this is where we have our whole internal messaging system built in. So you can see it works kind of like an email program. You can see messages that I've received on the left. On the top, you have the ability to compose messages and do some different things with messages. And you have an inbox where you can filter between what messages am I looking at, and you can even toggle between which course. All right, so I was part of this message. I got a Zoom class meeting recording. So I missed the Algebra 1A live class, but I'm getting a recording about what happened. And so I can click on it if I want to watch what went on. Those are kind of nice there. I have tutoring announcements. You can click through and read which messages. Notice once you've clicked on them, then you can, it's not blue anymore. That checks if it's read or unread. So you can read through messages. You should be all getting messages from your teachers. But if you want to compose a message, up at the top, I can toggle between any of the classes I'm enrolled in. Notice it's only showing the 3 that I started. If I can say, I'm going to send a message to my Algebra 1A teacher. Who's my teacher? It's Mr. Close. I need some help on the first quiz. When you're composing messages, please put your name, first, last name. It's just good format. It's good manners. Make sure you're using complete sentences. I need some help. First quiz, please. But there you go. And it just works like an email program. If I send it off, I've just sent a message to my teacher, and I could even see that I sent it in my sent box. There's the sent message. So use this messaging program. It works just like email. It connects with your email, and it's our primary. Like if you have a class, even an Edgenuity or a Celis or Odysseyware class, I would like you to pretty much send messages to your teachers through Canvas. It's the quickest way to get a hold of your teacher, unless you're doing a phone call or a text, because it comes right to our inbox in Canvas, comes right to our email inbox, and we can respond pretty quickly to those. All right, lastly, you don't have the Commons option, but you have the Help option. And what this is a really quick way, if you have questions, you can ask your instructor a question. So I'll click on this. I can toggle between any of my classes, and it'll automatically send a message right to my teacher for that class with whatever I want to do. So if you really want to send a quick message, sometimes this is helpful, more helpful than going through the inbox and setting one up there. You also have the Canvas guides. These are what I linked to in our Becoming a Digital Learner class. You can go through those. There's a lot of video instruction to help you get more in depth or to answer more questions. And if for some reason there's a bug or a glitch or an error, you can report a problem and this sends a ticket and someone will respond to you about how to get things fixed. All right, that's the global menu. Hopefully that's helpful information in terms of getting started, getting organized, knowing how to work in Canvas. If you have questions, please let me know. Search the Canvas video guides and the reading guides, and I look forward to working on your Canvas assignment for this week.